Alright guys, I have my double cow's hitch hooked up. If you're not familiar with that, I will leave a link below for you guys. I used the black for that. I also left my adapter put together. You don't have to if you don't want to. I find it just takes care of one step of putting the adapter back on at the end, taken care of. Also, if you're not familiar with how to make the adapter, I do have a link for you guys to follow along with. I made some adapters to show you guys how I make the ones that I use. Here are the beads that I'm going to put on. There are 9 beads, and I'm going to try and center them as much as I can. So I'm making this collar for Sander, which makes it a lot easier because I can go back and I can count how many stitches are in his previous collars. Now this is Sander's collar for Pride Month, and if you're interested in learning how to make one of these, I'll leave a link below. I did do this one on camera and it came out, it's a very pretty collar. Anyways, I counted all the stitches that he has in the middle because that's where I'm going to put the beads, and I came up with 38 stitches. I have 9 beads, so I figured if I go from the top down, I can go down 4 stitches, put the first bead on, and then do every 3rd stitch, and it should keep them basically, you know, even and going around the collar evenly, and there should be another 4 empty stitches at the bottom. Fingers crossed this works. I'm not sure, like I said, I've never done one before with these beads. So the first color that I'm going to be adding is the orange, and I am going to go with my paracord needle through the 2 cow's hitches. Now if you don't have a paracord needle, you can do this by hand. It just takes a little bit more wiggling to get the cord through. So what you're going to do is take your needle or your cord, and you're just going to go right through these 2 cow's hitches just like that. And you're going to go through to the other side, and you're going to pull that cord to the middle. The next color that I'm going to add is the purple, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go through those 2 cow's hitches, pull it to the other side, and pull the purple also to the middle. So the next color that I'm going to be adding is the green, and I am going to go only between these 2 middle stitches. So instead of going through all of them, just the 2 middle. Like that. And then you're going to pull this also to the middle. And then your 275 black cord, you're going to do the same exact thing. You're just going to go through those 2 middle cords. Now that I got my cord in the middle at the top of the jig, I also rolled up my ends of my cord. It helps to weave when you're doing a collar. If you're not doing a collar and you're just doing a bracelet, it's easier because the cord is much shorter to work with. So I have my ends rolled up. The only ends that I didn't roll up are the 2 black 275 at the top of my collar. The reason for that is because I am going to put the beads on these 2, and if they're rolled up then I can't get the beads on. So I have to leave those 2 undone. Now if you're not putting the beads on, then you don't have to worry about that. You can roll those up too and work with them that way. And now we can just get started on this project. So I'm going to start with the 2 black 550 cords that are coming out of the bottom part of your work, and I am going to start with the one on the right. So you take your cord that's on your right side, your black, and you're going to go underneath the first cord. So it's underneath this first right cord and then over this left cord. So you're really just going underneath, coming up the middle, and then going to the left. And now you're going to do the same with the black on the right. You're going to go underneath the cord that you just worked with, and you're going to go underneath the first cord, which is going to be the one on the left now. It's all twisted. So you're going to go underneath that first cord that is on your left, up through the middle, and over the second cord. So it's just the opposite of what you just did. Now I'm going to take the orange on my right side, and I want to go underneath all my work and then up through the middle. Pull that up, and then you have the loop that you made with the black on your right side, and you're going to go down through that loop. Do the same on the left with the orange. Go underneath all of your work, up through the middle. Pull that up, and then down through that loop that's on the left. Now I'm going to take the purple on my right side, and what I want to do now is I'm going to go over my work, and you have these two horizontal black pieces. You're going to go underneath those two horizontal black pieces. So you're really just going around them. You're going to go down through the middle, up and around, because you're going to come back up the middle and just pull it. Do the same on the left with your purple. You're going to go over, around those two horizontal black pieces, down the middle, back up the middle, and to the left. Now you're going to take your green that is on your right side, and you're going to do almost the same thing. You're going to go around these two horizontal pieces again, but instead of coming out of the right side, you're going to come out of the left side. So you go around those two horizontal pieces, down through the middle, around, and you're going to come up directly in the middle and pull it up, because you're coming out of that left side. Take the green on the left side, and this time instead of going to the left, you're going to go to the right. So you're going to go over, down the middle, and around those two horizontal black pieces, and then up through the middle again, just like that. And now you're coming out of the right side, but it's still the left cord, but it's coming out of the right side. It's going to make a pattern. And now for the 275 cord, you can bunch it up to push it through, but you're going to take your cord and you're going to go over those two horizontal black pieces, around them, and you're just going to come out the right side of your work. So you're just going around those two horizontal pieces, and then you come out the right side of the cord that you're working with. And do the same on the left, just come out on the left side. So I got my left cord, and I'm going to go around those two horizontal black pieces, and you can pull up on them to give you more space in here to push stuff through. I'm going to go around those two and then out towards the left. And now we can just tighten it all up. Once you have it all tightened up, you're just going to start again. You're going to start on your right side with your black cord. And you're going to do the same exact thing. So you're going to go underneath the first cord, up through the middle, over that second cord. Take your black on the opposite side, the left side, go underneath the cord that you worked with, up through the middle and over that second cord again. You're going to take your orange that is on your right side. You're going to go underneath everything again, underneath all your work, and up through the middle. And then you have that loop right here on the right side. You're going to go down that loop. Do the same on the left with the orange. Go underneath all your work, up through the middle, and then down through that loop again on the left side. Now you're going to take your purple on the right side and you're going to go over, and like I said, you can pull these horizontal two black pieces up, so then you can just go over and around those two pieces just like that, and then out to the right. Take your purple on the left, you have your two horizontal pieces, go over and around and out to the left. Now you're going to take your green So now you're going to take the green and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go around these two horizontal pieces, but instead of coming out of the left like you just did, you're going to come out of the right. So you just take your green, go around those two horizontal pieces and out through the right. Do the same over here. So you take your left cord, you go around those two horizontal pieces and go to the left. Now you're going to take your 275 cord, you're going to go over those black pieces again and go around them to the right. Take the one on the left and do the same thing, just go to the left. So you're going to go around and out towards the left. And now you can tighten it up. Once you have it tightened up, you're just going to start again. So you're going to take your black that's on the right side. You're going to go underneath and up through the middle and then over. Take your black on the left side. You're going to go underneath the cord that you just worked, underneath, up the middle and over. You're going to take your orange now and you're going to go underneath all of your work and up through that middle and then down through that loop. Do the same with the orange on the left. You're going to go underneath your work, up through the middle and down through that loop. And now you can pull on those two horizontal black pieces to make it a little bit easier, so you don't have to go in and come back up. You can just go around those two pieces. So we're going to take the purple next on the right side. And we're going to go over those two horizontal pieces and around them and to the right. Do the same with the left, just to the left side. So go over, around, and to the left. Now you're going to take your green and you're going to go around these two horizontal pieces, but this time you're going to come out towards the left side. So it's every other one that you'll be coming out of the left side. So green goes over, around those two horizontal pieces, come out the left side. And that's what's going to make a pattern in the middle. Do the same on the left. Take your left cord, go around those two horizontal pieces, but come out the right. So you're just coming up the middle. Now you're going to take your 275 cord and bunch it up, or whatever's easiest, and you're going to just go over those two horizontal pieces, around them, and come out the right side. And do the same on the left, just come out the left side. And then you can tighten it up. Once you have it tightened up, you can just start the process over again. And if you're starting your project on the right side, make sure that every time you start it's on the right side. It just makes it easier. The way I figured it out on how to do Sanders collar is that I have to go in 4 weaves into the collar, and then I could put my first bead on, and then every third weave after that I will put a bead on, and when I'm done with the beads it will end with 4 weaves at the end also. So I'm at my 4th weave, so I'm going to put on my first bead, which would be the 5th weave, if that makes sense. And I'm really hoping that I'm doing this right. So my beads got a little bit mixed up here, so let me try to get them back in order. So I'm gonna do the next weave until I get to the 275 cords, and that's when I'm gonna slip on the bead. Okay guys, so change of plans. I took off the beads. I'm not getting the beads to sit in the middle correctly, and that possibly could be because of the pattern of the green that I have. They're just not sitting into the collar very well, and I did not like the way it was looking after I put on the second bead. So, change of plans. I took off the beads, and I am going to continue this pattern that I've been doing all the way down the collar, and when I get there I will show you guys how to do the tie off. I'm at the end of my collar, and we can just do the tie off now. The cords that I'm going to be weaving from the front to the back are the ones that are laying on the top. You have the 2 that are on the sides, the orange and black. Those are going to be cut and burned where they are, but these top ones I'm going to have to put through to the back. I am going to be using my Paracord needle. I'm going to start with the purple that is on my right side, and what you want to do is you just want to feed your purple through. You have a gap right here between your work and your double cow's hitch that's hooked onto your square ring. You're going to just go through that gap with the purple, and you're going to do the same with the purple on the left side also. And you're just going to pull that through. After you got both purples through, you're going to take your green and do the same exact thing. You're just going to put it through that gap. For the 275 cord, you're going to do something a little bit different. You have a small gap between your 2 cow's hitches, and you're going to go through that gap. So you have this cord right here on the bottom. You're going to actually go above that black cord right here on the bottom and go in between those 2 cow's hitches. And you're going to do that with both cords. When I cut and burn everything, I like to start on the sides first and then work my way to the middle. So I'm going to start on one side, and I like to go about a ½ inch up, ½ inch to 1/4 inch up, and I'm going to cut them at that size. And I'm going to fray them out a little bit. This isn't necessary, but I do think that it creates a better mushroom cap on the cord. You're going to lightly burn one at a time, and then you're going to squish it down with a butter knife or something metal. So I'm just going to lightly burn it. You don't want it to catch on fire. And you're just going to squish it down. And you're going to do that for the black also, the other cord. And you're going to do that on the opposite side also. Once you're done with your sides, you're going to want to do your middle cords. And I'm going to start with the green cords that are coming like directly in the center. And I'm going to cut those and burn them. And then I will do the purple next. After you got those 2 done, with your 275 cord, just be a little bit careful because it does catch on fire quicker and kind of burns and shrivels faster. After you're done with the cutting and the burning, you are done with your collar, you can actually put this on your dog as it is right now. Now, I like to put Gorilla Glue on the ends where I do my tie off. So I'm going to put that on. I usually just put on a little bit and I smear it around with my finger, and then I let it dry, and then I'm done. After you're done with the cutting and the burning and smushing down, you can use the collar right away after that. It's fine that way. A lot of people leave it that way. I like to put some Gorilla Glue on my ends, and that's just a little bit of extra security for me. I use the clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue, and I just put a little bit on, and I just smear it around with my finger. You don't need a whole bunch. If you put too much on, it can leak to the other side. It can fall through the cracks of the cord or the collar. And I rub it on the end caps that I made, and then the middle, and I let that dry, and then after that, I'm able to use it.